during all 90 minutes. Of course, we knew that they will have some dangerous counter-attack because they tactically they play well in every situation. They know what they have to do, but we analyzed them very well. We knew what we can expect. So I'm happy with the team performance. 3-0 against a team that creates a lot of problems to every team in Premier League. So I'm happy, especially I'm happy for Anto that scored his first hat-trick.
Thank you.
Yeah, he might be about to put you off as well, but what do you make of, I know it's awkward this, but what did you make of his performance overall?
I think that it's very important for him to score goals. For every striker is important for his confidence, and I'm happy that our strikers are in good condition. So tonight Anto was for me man of the match. He used almost every chance that he had. So let's see in the future what he can do for us, but I'm happy for him and congratulations to him.
And what about the midfield link-up play? Yourself, Paul and Bruno, that seemed to work really well tonight. Did you enjoy playing in that little triangle?
Yeah, I think that it's always good to play with top players, and not only with them. In the team we are lucky that we have all top players in every position. So tonight I played with Bruno and Paul. I think that we did well. It was good connection there. So I'm sure that in the future we can improve a lot together. Also with Scott, with Fred, whoever play with us. So I'm happy with the performance. I'm happy that we control the game during all 90 minutes. So that's very important.
There are 40,000 faces in here, but sadly, no fans. What was it like?
Yeah, it was strange, but the situation is like that. We have to cope with this. I'm happy that the club organized their pictures on the stands, so makes a little bit difference. But obviously, it's not the same when they are on the stands. They push always for more, and we always give more for the fans. But until the end of the season, it's going to be like this. So we have to adapt, and hopefully next season we can see proper supporters on the stands. 7 games to go. Is it just a case of keep winning, see what happens? Yeah, of course. We will give our best to reach top 4 and to play Champions League next season. So in front of our team, I can promise that we will give our best in every single game. For us, every game is a final now. So that's it. Well played tonight. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, well played indeed. You predicted Nemanja would start. How impressed were you with his performance?
Very, both on Friday and tonight. And it's obvious and fitting, really, that Anthony Martial gets his man of the match for the hat-trick that he scored. But for me, Nemanja Matic wasn't too far behind. He controlled everything. Not only that, he made some fantastic passes that I didn't think that people would be able to see, but he was bang on it tonight, and he allowed, yes, as Danny said, he allowed players to play in front of him, but some of the passes that he made to set things going, and he was always available, always wanted the ball, which is what I said was one of his strengths were before the game, and why I thought he should have played, and it was fully justified. I thought he was excellent tonight, and he looked all round like a newborn footballer.
Certainly does. Well said, Ben. Now, we're going to let you go now. You worked hard for your money tonight, Ben.
Thanks very much.
So you're going to get, obviously, your parents, which is nice, isn't it?
Yeah,
enjoy
lovely,
some time in the garden before the sun goes down. After the break, we're going to get more reaction, including that from Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. So we'll see you in a few minutes.
But I think from our point of view, it's about making sure we get our job done and, everyone else can take care of themselves.
There was a lot of chat, Danny, before the game and at half-time about the relationship between Pogba and Fernandes. Were you pleased with what you've seen tonight?
Yeah, really, really enthused by it. I think they're good players, and there's no... When you're playing with good players, it makes you better. You enjoy it because you know if you make a run, somebody's going to see it and be able to deliver it. You know that if you go run forward, somebody's going to be smart enough to fill in for you. And as forward players, you make runs with a purpose because you know you've got that level of quality behind you. And you only have to see some of the passes out there tonight. Going back to the last game, Pogba's pass for Rashford when he came on was absolutely insane. So yeah, there's immense amount of quality out there at this moment in time, and it's really good to see.
And I'm sure there's lots of great stats about Anthony Martial tonight. Let's hear from Statman Dave.
There are, Helen, a lot of great stats. The first one we've got to say, of course, the first hat-trick since Robin van Persie in 2013, of course. That wonderful hat-trick that won United the Premier League title. But Anthony Martial today, it wasn't just about the stats. It was the movement, his ability to drop in between the centre-backs, the outside centre-backs. We saw twice pulling in and dropping off for the first 2 goals, and a lovely run in between the centre-back and the right centre-back for that goal. But other stats for Anthony Martial today, of course, the 3 goals, but also that big chance created for Marcus Rashford, could have grabbed himself an assist as well. In terms of Premier League hat-tricks, Anthony Martial's got there quicker than Wayne Rooney and Cristiano Ronaldo, and I think he deserves that. Other players that I've got to talk about today, of course, Marcus Rashford and Nemanja Matic. First up, Marcus Rashford, what a fantastic game on that left-hand side. His passing was absolutely brilliant. 2 assists for Anthony Martial and a hat-trick of chances created. But I really like how he's sort of opening the game up. He's playing heads up now, looking for the balls into the channel for Martial. The link-up between those 2 players is absolutely fantastic. But for me, if we're going to ignore the hat-trick and the goals, Nemanja Matic was my man of the match, deep in midfield, completed 95% of his passes and recovered the ball more than any other player. I think what was so important about Nemanja Matic when United attacked with Luke Shaw, with Aaron Wan-Bissaka on that right-hand side, tucking in, and Pogba sort of joining Bruno Fernandes in that advanced area, the fulcrum of the attacks, the guy that was getting the ball back and distributing it around the pitch was Nemanja Matic. I thought he had a really good game. He's had a fantastic 2020. Talking about the recent games for Manchester United, they're unbeaten in 13, the best record since around 2017. So there's lots of stats here for you guys to divulge, to dive into, but they're my thoughts on the game.
Thank you very much indeed. Are you surprised, Danny, that's the first hat-trick since 2013? Because I am.
I am. It got me thinking when Dave said it. But
Not that we're disputing Dave's stats, by the way.
No, he's the stat man. There's not a chance. But yeah, I am really surprised for the quality we've had throughout different periods. I know we've had difficulties, you know, cohesively with different managers, but I thought somebody would have got a hat-trick in that. But yeah, off the top of my head, I can't think of one. So good stat, Dave.
It is indeed. We're going to hear from Nemanja Matic shortly as well. Statman Dave saying that was his man of the match. What did you make of his performance tonight?
Thought he was very good. You know, he gave everybody in front of him the licence to go and play. But there were some very good performances out there. I don't know if he would be my man in the match, but you know, he certainly played an 8.5 out of 10 and been very, very comfortable.
Thank you very much indeed. Before we hear from the players, we're going to hear from Sully and Ben.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Ben has made his way from the commentary box to the Warwick. Ben, you said post-match it was a brilliant performance. Anthony Martial was brilliant. In fact, you said everything was brilliant. But Martial's hat-trick was exceptional.
It was. And I think it was a great way for it to be rounded off because Danny has already said it, you don't want anybody else in that position that he finally found himself in. But the ball in from Paul Pogba, flicked with the outside of his heel by Bruno Fernandes into Anthony Martial, who then played the ball, a 1-2 with Marcus Rashford, who found him brilliantly. And he just waited for Simon Moore to fall to his knees, and then he just dinked it over him. It was a fitting way for anybody to you know, record a hat-trick. Just such a shame, as I said already, that there wasn't that many, well, there wasn't anybody inside the stadium, fans-wise, to see it happen. Yeah,
and then when he got brought off, you know, as a hat-trick goal scorer, you normally get brought off to a rousing round of applause from the crowd. He didn't get that either. Will he care, though? He's got hat-tricks for United. That's in the record books. Will he care that there was no fans here to see it?
No, I'm sure he won't care. I'm sure he would have preferred to be clapped off by 75,000 people and for those people to have seen it. But on the grand scheme of things, no, he won't care. I said at the end that I didn't think that Anthony Martial might have started this game tonight because I thought he was one of the performances that maybe Ole might have looked at after Friday. But boy, did he answer him tonight, and he played an absolute blinder. And I can see him being somebody who might not play on Saturday.
Yeah, it's going to be a much changed team, we imagine. You'll be going down to Norwich as well. We will get some reaction from this game from the players, but just when you look ahead to the Norwich game, Ollie has the luxury of being able to make changes now, doesn't he?
Yeah, I think that is a really good word to use, Sully, because we're not being disrespectful to Norwich whatsoever. You know, they knocked Spurs out in the last round to get this far, so we know it's going to be a tough game, but I feel as though he has got the squad to be able to rotate.
Yeah, looking at the fixture list, it's only right to be looking ahead to the next game all the time because they come thick and fast. But let's get some reaction from pitchside, shall we? Because Nemanja Matic is waiting to speak to us.
Nemanja, that felt like a pretty comprehensive victory. Is that how it was?
I think that we had control